Welcome and namaskar to this special segment today. Joining us today are three dynamic guests who are here to talk about cultural pride and community spirit with the Indian American Cultural Association of Westchester. We have with us Hiral Trivedi, who is a long-time Westchester resident, community leader, and co-chair of the Heritage of India Festival. With a master's in psychology and a thriving career in real estate, Hiral blends professionalism with a deep passion for preserving Indian culture. On my right, we have Supriya Doshi, who is the president-elect of IACAW and a dedicated non-profit leader with over 20 years of service. She believes in the philosophy that the world is one family and is committed to promoting unity through inclusive cultural programming. And right here on my left, I have with me Chitra Taneja, who is a doctor of physical therapy, certified sports medicine trainer, and proud IACAW member for over 13 years. A former president and current secretary, Chitra brings both professional expertise and personal passion to preserving Indian heritage for future generations. And together they are leading IACAW into its landmark 25th anniversary of the Heritage of India Festival in 2025, a vibrant celebration of Indian music, dance, cuisine, art, and values that connect generations and cultures across the tri-state area. So let's welcome all of them to ITV Gold. Welcome all of you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So let me first, congratulate all of you, especially Supriya, Hiral, and you, Chitra, for the huge milestone. And now my question first goes to Chitra. So tell me now, how does it feel to be celebrating 25 years of the Heritage of India Festival?
So this is a sense of pride and reflection, not just of the time that has passed, but its rich cultural legacy. Mm-hmm. It's a celebration of traditions in the community spirit, which has grown stronger and stronger year after year. It's empowering. Our festival is a platform for all the culture exchange, education, and pride, especially for our younger generations. Mm-hmm. It's gratifying. Our community has come together across generations, language, regions, and to celebrate the unity in diversity. It's made all the effort over the years worthwhile.
Wonderful. So let me ask you, Supriya, for those who are new to the event. So what is the heart behind HIF? So what inspired IACAW to start this celebration of Indian culture, all these years ago?
So, if you look back 25 years ago, there was definitely a need mm-hmm. for promoting the Indian culture, finding a sense of belonging and a space to share heritage mm-hmm. among the Indians in Westchester. So that was kind of where we saw an opportunity to put in a seed of something like this as a heritage festival that would not only allow the community to come together and celebrate the Indian heritage, mm-hmm. Share the cultural arts forms and cuisines and all sorts of other opportunities. But also there was a desire and the sense of pride in being Indian and what being Indian means to all of us as a community, but also how it is perceived in the world. So I think this is kind of a very good blend of where the heart is in HIF is to really promote, what Indianness is all about, our culture, our heritage, mm-hmm. So those roots in our future generations, but also at the same time give that exposure to the other world to, be included and come and visit and see what it is all about and educate other people about our culture.
Absolutely. And, I have been, as you are also talking about this culture, community, we often hear these kind of words, but my question goes to Hiral now. When talking about HIF, how do those values come to life through this festival?
So let me put it this way. the HIF is a showcasing culture and the community. It's a two side of a coin. One cannot be without the other one. So HIF have done a audit themselves thus far this many years that showcasing our culture to our community with the platform of the it's a fair. It's like a fair where everyone comes together for the whole day event and showcase the heritage, the sports, the food, the entertainment, everything at one place.
So, let me get back to you, Chitra. Let's talk about IACAW. Let's talk about some of its core goals and how does the festival support its mission?
So Heritage of India Festival is essentially the culmination of everything that IACAW stands for. So our mission is to cultivate, promote, and sponsor and develop the understanding of Indian culture and arts. And our vision is to be for the Indian American community to help raise for future generations, raising awareness about our cultural heritage. So this festival allows us to have a platform to combine our mission and our vision.
All right. And you're talking about the mission and everything else, and I know this year's theme, which focuses on tradition meeting modern life. So how are you striking that balance in your programming?
So, you'll see this in everything that HIF this year stands for, is we truly wanted to send out that message of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, right? It's the whole family, the whole world is one family. But also, there is so much in Indian traditions that the modern life philosophy can learn from. And we still live by those principles. So we have made sure that, our brochure has great articles written by our youth groups. There's going to be very relevant resources being shared. There's going to be theme-related free activities for children where we can convey that message in a similar way. But usually there's about 40 plus performances on the stage.
Wow.
And some of them are specifically designed to pass on that message, so they follow that cultural theme this year. And one more thing we're adding this year is a Ram Leela group, which is going to perform the story of Lord Ram in English on the stage. So a lot more people, the thousands of people who come there will be able to leverage that opportunity.
I have to say, you're talking about this Ram Leela group, and I know who you're talking about, and it is amazing. You really feel like you're back home and you are back in that, that kind of an age. And it's really something worth watching.
Yeah.
So now, Hiral, let me get back to you. It's definitely amazing that the festival includes performances across generations. So how have you seen families and young people engaged more deeply with their roots through this event?
So as you know, HIF is a whole day event. We have all the different programs lined by. One of them, I remember it, is a fashion show. In that, all the three generations I have seen, like a mom, grandma, and a daughter wearing sari with the different ways of wearing saris. So that was really touchy. They do it every year. Same like a henna. We have a IACAW offered henna to every visitor who comes. It's a free. So we see there's a long line always we have to get. The people come for that henna tattoo. So we are trying many ways to showcase this culture, our culture, which is really adored by not only Indians but other people as well.
Globally,
and people
yes.
do look forward for the day. And I'm really hoping, this year we are doing our culture celebration. So it's going to be a really good one.
Yeah, and just to add a little bit to that is the whole intergenerational aspect. So, the IACAW was one of the founding members was my husband's uncle when my husband was a child.
Wow.
We've seen that legacy grow because IACAW is over five decades old already. And throughout the year, we do programs for youth, for women empowerment, for seniors. And this is where we see three generations, they come together to see the festival, they spend the day together. and the legacy has lived on. Those kids who were very, very young when IACAW had started are now either actively engaged with the type of programs we're doing. Their kids are coming to our summer camps, and their children are also learning about the culture. So this whole intergenerational rich legacy is something that gives us all goosebumps every year, and want to keep going and making it bigger and better every year.
Also serving as a president.
Absolutely. And as you're talking about, you make this event bigger and better every year. And Supriya, yes, I want you to talk about what is something new which is planned for this year.
So, of course, I mentioned about Ram Leela. That's definitely a big portion of what we are doing this year. We're also expanding, and our scope of how much we cater to nonprofits. So there's a lot of interfaith organizations, nonprofits who provide community services. They also get booths at our events, and we give them an opportunity to showcase the good work that they are doing. Our theme tents will give a lot of free children's activities. All of this is tied to this year's theme, and that will be relayed as we go. And we are also expecting a number of high-profile dignitaries this year, where we actually have a soft confirmation from the cultural ambassador to the globe, Ms. Simran Ahuja, who has agreed to grace the event with her presence. And I think that gives a big message.
Absolutely.
And gives us a lot of credibility and showcasing the type of work we have been doing. And of course, there's always other dignitaries from the consulate who will be joining us to promote the cultural aspect of it. So we're very excited that definitely this is going to be a big year for us and a milestone year, but we are marking that with a lot of new things that we are going to be doing this year.
Absolutely. And I want to come back to you, Chitra, and I know that you are going to be honoring long-time contributors. So I just want to know, why is it important to include this tribute in your 25th year?
So 25th year is obviously a milestone year. It gives us the opportunity to celebrate those who have contributed, who have started, who have initiated programs such as this. It gives our youth the showcase to see, okay, this is what all this hard work culminates to. And it gives us, it gives the contributors the recognition that all of this was worthwhile for them. And it's hopefully a platform for which the kids can see that, hey, okay, our grandparents, our parents have put so much work into this, and we can too. And let's do the same.
Absolutely.
And gives them the motivation to do so.
Yep.
So I just want to go back to you, Hiral. Beyond just entertainment, I know there is a marketplace, there is wellness zone, there are youth activities. So my question to you is what kind of holistic experience are you hoping to create for visitors?
For visitor, as it's a free entry, we get a lot of visitors every year. Food vendors are there, clothing vendors. We have a networking. People gonna network there. It's a performances. They come for that. There is always it's a place where there is also a Kensico Dam. So people are on the top of the dam viewing the whole event from the top. So is that get popular? And so we get so many vendors from variety of the stages to come and showcase their business there.
Wonderful. And I want to get back to you again. Of course, everybody knows community events like this, they require a strong local support. So tell me, how can people attend? How can they contribute? How can they get involved with IACAW's work year round? And I know you guys are doing an awesome job.
So first and foremost, obviously, for any organization, we need members. We have great membership. We could always use more members. And that is one way that you can always get the information that we have, what the events we provide, what opportunities there are in our environment. Any amount of financial donations, any amount of personal volunteering time, any amount of, conceptualizing, anything, that we welcome it all, and anyone, to help in any which way they can. And again, it's not just about certain age, it's any age. We have an amazing youth group that has grown over the last several years. So there's opportunities for the young to get involved. There's opportunities for the senior citizens to get involved, because we have an amazing senior group that has once a month meetings. So there's many, many opportunities to be involved, to get information. We have IACAW.org. That has all of the information on there, and any way that you would like to contribute.
And about even this event, they can always go to
Of course, IACAW.org /HIF-2025 gives you all the information that you need for our Heritage of India Festival.
All right. And again, I want to just come back to you. And earlier you were talking about that you're expecting dignitaries, you're expecting community leaders, and, especially tri-state area,
Right.
there are a lot of community leaders here. So tell me, how does it elevate the platform and visibility for Indian American community in Westchester?
So it elevates every year. We've had so many great honored dignitaries who have come to our events, who have attended our events. Not only does it bring that credibility, because these are the leaders that the community looks up to, and they come from different environments. Like they may come from the Indian diplomatic environment or the American diplomatic environment, or from the Indian large corporates, film and production and entertainment agencies. So all those leaders who endorse or proclaim our event as something of credibility helps us, spread the word. And also, when they believe in us, we believe in ourselves more, and the community believes in us at the same time. So I think it's such a healthy mutual relationship we have in the dignitary presence that we have at the festival, that not only it elevates the status in terms of how elegant and how well organized this event is, that dignitaries also feel like they want to keep coming again and again, but it also gives us that exposure in terms of spreading the word in different parts of the world, that this work is happening here, and we need to learn from it, we need to do something more. This has also allowed IACAW to elevate itself. Its community leaders have gotten exposure in other agencies. We've collaborated with other organizations outside of Westchester, so it's a huge network, and I think that kind of helps HIF, and that's how HIF helps the bigger community.
All right. And before I get the final website and date and everything from you, I want all three of you, any message you want to give out to ITV Gold viewers regarding this event.
I can go, yeah. So no, we just want you all to come experience the whole idea of community, culture, and celebration of the Indian spirit with the Heritage of India Festival. So please do come and experience it. Bring your friends and family and just have a good time.
All right. You want to say a word?
I just wanted to conclude it. Do come and do visit us on that day, which is a very popular, it's like a mela, as I said before. It's a beautiful collaboration of all which you can visualize India to be. So we are bringing India closer to us here.
Absolutely. And Chitra, you want to say?
This is a great opportunity to experience the food, the dance, the vendors with the clothing. So it's a great opportunity for everyone to experience all the culture that we have to offer. So please come visit.
Absolutely. Chitra, before we say thank you and goodbyes, I want you to one more time tell our viewers the date, the time, and where the event is going to be.
Absolutely. It's August 3rd, 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. At the Kensico Dam in Westchester, Valhalla, New York. We just also like to take this opportunity to thank the County of Westchester for allowing us this opportunity. They have an ethnic festival, a different ethnic festival every Sunday, and they've graciously allowed IACAW to be the sponsors for this festival, and we are greatly appreciative of that opportunity, and we hope that everyone will enjoy what we have to offer.
Well, I would like to thank all of you for coming
Thank
here
you.
and wishing you all the best. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.